Our accommodation, we have balconies, we have shared balconies. Because PP is just so easy. Oh, I'd become an Oxford night climber. I'd climb on top of all the colleges. PP is definitely the biggest red flag.
Hello, lovely to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Akseli.
What do you study?
I study PPE at Wadham College.
How's Wadham?
Wadham's great. Everyone's lovely over there. Very welcoming community, you know. Vibes are amazing. The bar isn't the best. It's only open like 3 days a week and it closes at 10:30.
What?
It's a bit mid.
What's the best part of Wadham?
Our accommodation, we have balconies, we have shared balconies. We all go out there and drink after like 12. Like every day, every single day we consistently do this on our staircase. It's very fun.
That's actually really cool. I don't know any other colleges that have balconies. They say that Wadham's the queerest and most left college. Has that been your experience so far?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of queer people there. I'm not personally, but I support all of that stuff, you know? I support all of it. And very, very lefty as well, very lefty.
Nice.
A lot of people in Labour, a lot of people in October Club and stuff, yeah.
What do you think the worst part of Wadham is?
Well, I just mentioned the bar, the meal booking system. If you want to book out of meals, you have to book out 10 a.m. the day before. Every other college, you just swipe in with your bod card, but over here, you just automatically booked in. It's just it's terrible.
And so you have to pay for it if you don't book out. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense from a food waste perspective, I guess, but it is still pretty annoying. What is the food like? Is it good?
The food's pretty good. Better than cafeteria food, I'd say. It's not like Michelin star quality. I don't think any of them are like that good. But we had a katsu curry, which is really disappointing once. Like it barely tasted of katsu curry, but otherwise it's pretty good, yeah.
How have you found PPE so far?
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of easy.
Other guy said the same thing.
Yeah.
He said he does no work. How much work do you think you do every week?
Maybe like 4 hours a week.
4 hours a week.
Oxford is not intense, guys, as long as it's PPE.
These are our future prime ministers.
It's
PPE.
so chill. I sit around all day. I can come to do interviews with people. This is why you don't get any STEM people doing this, because PPE is just so easy.
How many hours do you reckon you work a week?
Well, a day, probably like 3 hours right now.
Your friends are disputing that. You don't work 3 hours a day.
And I take weekends off as well.
Okay. So 15 hours a week, plus you have 9 hours of lectures, right?
Yeah.
24. And then how many tutorials do you have a week?
1.5 a week, so...
Okay, so like 26 hours of work a week?
Yeah, let's say that.
I think that's respectable. What do you want to do with PPE? That man was on a mission.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, he's still on a mission.
I feel like I would do a master's in probably like philosophy stuff. I'd probably like want to go into some sort of academia. No, I'm not on the Prime Minister path right now.
That person cannot be me.
Who knows, maybe I'll get corrupted by the degree later on.
So your name's Akseli, where's that from?
It's from Finland. I'm half Finnish and I'm half Mexican as well.
Rogue mix.
Yeah, it is quite exotic.
But you've presumably lived in England all your life?
Yeah, I'm from Newcastle, yeah.
Which do you prefer, being half Finnish or half Mexican?
Mexican culture is so much nicer, you know? Everyone's friendly over there, it's amazing vibes. And Mexico as a country is like really nice as well. Finland's very chill, you know? The nature over there is really nice, it's really beautiful. A lot of snow in the winter, and then in the summer there's a lot of forests and lakes you can go into, which is really nice, yeah.
Do you speak Spanish and Finnish?
Yeah, I speak both, yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Cuisine.
What's Finnish cuisine like?
Finnish cuisine is kind of mid. Incredibly mid, in fact. It's like mostly fish and potatoes, you know, with very little seasoning.
Right.
Maybe throw a bit of dill in there, you know, every once in a while, but otherwise salt, pepper, salmon, potatoes, maybe a carrot if you're getting spicy, you know.
Spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
Like it's good after like a long day in the winter. It's been minus 20. You come home for a salmon soup. You know, it's nice. But Mexico's a lot like more crazy, more fun. You know, I think.
Is it your mum or your dad that's Finnish?
My dad's Finnish.
Your dad is not going to be happy when he sees this.
He is not going to be
You're just
happy.
like, I prefer Mexican food. I prefer Mexican culture. Which language do you prefer?
Well, I can speak Finnish better, so there you go. I love Finland.
That was not the question I asked, though, was it?
Well, you know, Finnish.
Do you prefer it because you can speak it better?
Yeah, let's say that.
Fine. If you won the lottery, what would be the first thing you bought?
Ooh, probably a bike. You need a bike. I hate walking around. I'm so envious of her bike, you know.
Wadham's kind of far out. No, that's not fair.
It's not too far out. The 10-minute walk to exam schools every day is. I don't enjoy that.
Did she just say poor you? If you had an hour to live, what would you do?
For an hour to live, I'd eat sushi and
And slag off Finland.
I love Finland, guys. Don't get the wrong message, please. Finnish pastries are actually really nice. I didn't mention that. Finnish pastries are great. Have a korvapuusti. Very nice.
What kind of pastry is it?
It's like a cinnamon roll. It's like not as soft. It's not like an American thing. It's got, you know that the big sugar they put on Belgian waffles. They put that on top. And it's also got cardamom in it, which is really nice.
Okay.
Everyone try that.
What would you do if you had a week left to live?
If I had a week left to live, I'd probably go to like a lot of raves and try a lot of drugs. Maybe I missed out all my life.
Yeah,
on
I've never
something.
consumed any drugs, but I think
Me
I would
neither.
I would try it.
Yeah. Oh, I'd become an Oxford night climber. I'd climb on top of all the colleges.
Do you do climbing?
I do zero climbing,
okay.
but I'd learn it in the week.
Yeah.
And I'd climb on top of All Souls right there.
There's this really funny story in Cambridge. One of the colleges with the spires, it might have been St John's, I can't remember exactly, refused to put up a pride flag during Pride Month. Fine, whatever. So some night climbers took a pride flag, climbed up to the top of the spire and attached the flag. And to get it down, they had to put up a load of scaffolding, but there was so much scaffolding they had to erect that it took multiple days. Overnight, when they had the scaffolding like halfway up the spire, the climbers climbed back up, took the flag down and put it on the other spire. So they had to move all of the scaffolding and re-put it up, and then they had to like hire someone to be there at night to guard it so that they wouldn't do it again. Rare Cambridge W.
Yeah, very rare, incredibly rare.
Why did you decide Oxford?
Mainly because it's just the #1 uni in the world, right? I was originally going to go abroad, and then I looked up all the good unis for like politics and philosophy, and then I was like, Oxford's by far the best, so I just came in. And I mean, like the aesthetic is also really nice.
It is.
You know, you don't get this kind of stuff at many other unis, you know?
What 5 unis did you apply to?
Oxford, LSE, UCL, Warwick and York.
Did you get into all 5?
No, I got rejected from LSE, which
Okay.
I'm never forgiving them for, but you know, we're on to bigger and better things
Would
now.
you have gone to LSE if you had gotten in?
No, absolutely not. Oxford's 10 times better.
What degree do you think the biggest red flag is?
Biggest red flag? My degree. PP is definitely the biggest red flag. Like,
What's the most outrageous thing you've heard a PP person say so far?
oh, I've heard a lot of people say like, I'm so excited to go see Ben Shapiro at the Union, you know?
I mean,
Not
I want to go, but not because like I'm a fan of Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, me neither.
Looking at you, what do you think people would say you study?
Looking at me, I don't know, because I have kind of a wacky fit going on. I have the Halloween socks.
Yeah, I'm liking that.
Maths or like computer science, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. What's your best money-saving tip?
Money saving tip, buy a tin of sardines and just eat sardines, you know? They cost 30p at Tesco. I've made like 4 meals out of them. That's like, I can't do the maths on that, but that's very little. And buy 30p pasta and sardines and you're chilling. That's like a 10 pence meal and that fills you up, you know?
Right, but like I could also just eat dirt.
Sardines taste amazing. It's an acquired taste, but it's great. It's great.
I just can't do fish. It's lovely to meet you. Do you want some chocolate?
Yes, please.